Okay, there's a fox. Right center screen. Wait, center screen. Just barely, sorry. Let's see. Just see him. See him move? There he is. Can you see him right dead center screen? He's looking at us and Gus is looking at him. Yep. And Gus is about to yank my arm off. And someone was talking about just let him, I don't know what somebody made a comment about. He's on a leash, he's in his yard, about Gus. I don't know what I did. I definitely make grunting noises when the dog yanks my arm out of it and tries to pull me. This is actually a hill. It's no, Toby. Okay. Hang on. So this is actually a hill. I mean, it's not much of it. It's a hill. It's a little bit of a hill. This is a hill going down, and it goes even further down there. And then up. I don't know if you can see the perspective of the house. So when he's pulling me down the hill, especially if it's muddy, that's a lot. To be having this 85-pound dog running full speed down the hill. And yeah, I know it sometimes sounds bad when I'm grunting and yipping and making all these noises because the dog, all of a sudden, I'll be standing here and then all of a sudden he yanks me, I don't notice, and he's going north and I'm walking south. But anyway, if he would stay in the yard, wouldn't have a problem. I've never walked a dog, never had to leash a dog before. Other dogs pretty much stayed in the yard. They did get out, but there was no way I was walking them. Why is it that I walked this dog? What was the reasoning? I mean, we got a lady with a horse farm on the other side of those woods, where she has horses, not a horse farm. I guess a horse farm is called a ranch, I don't know, or a stable, or a, what do you call it? Whatever they call it. Anyway, today is Saturday of the octave of Easter, I believe. Every day we've had the sequence, but there's a sequence I'm used to where it's in Mass, or it's a part of the liturgy. And it's like there's a sequence for Mary, there's a sequence for, I forget. And it's like verses. And it has a whole cadence. This one, I don't know the cadence. Every day there's been a sequence in the readings. And each day I read the daily Mass readings. And there's been I think it's may have been repeated some days, or it's a different one each day. I don't know. But that's nice, but I can't really... there's one that's, and I can't remember it now. It's something like on the cross, her son was on this mother heart. I didn't plan on that. But anyway, so basically it's like Mary watching Jesus on the cross, and it's talking about the mother and how and the anguish that she must have gone through watching her only son dying on a cross. And the tune is like da 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 da, on this cross her son is bleeding, and the meaning on the something da. Anyway, it's look up the sequence. I don't remember which ones, but they're quite beautiful. Anyway, today's first reading is from, I believe, the book of Acts. And what was going on? Oh, the Pharisees and the leaders bring Peter and John in and ask them, and they hear them talking, and they say these people sound like they're ignorant or unsophisticated, whatever. And so they tell them, go home and do not mention the name of this Jesus again. And if this is the reading, this may have been yesterday. The apostles leave, they tell them, Peter says, we can't, who can we listen to? Do we listen to God or do we listen to you? We will listen to God. So in other words, we're going to be talking about Jesus. And then the gospel is Mark chapter 16, 9 to 15, I believe. And it is, I want to say, Mary. Mary told the apostles that she had seen Jesus, it says, and the 2 disciples told the apostles that they had seen, the 11 apostles that they had seen Jesus, and then the 11 were in the upper room, I believe, and Jesus came to the room, and they were able to, and they saw him and saw that he was human. Different than the apostle, then Mary saw him, and in a different way, I think it said. So today, let's continue our Easter celebration. Let's continue to remember he is risen. Let's continue to ask the saints to pray for us. Peter, Paul, James, John, St. Francis of Assisi. There were some interesting saints I read about today. There was a St. Plato of Alexandria, I want to say. That was either yesterday or today. Probably yesterday. I think he was a monk. Very interesting life. Just go to Laudate and read the saints. I wish I had the time. If this was my life, I would focus on 5 or 6 saints every day, 6 or 7 or 8 saints every day that have interesting. This one was a mystic. This one had prophecy. This one was a great director and opened. One of them was the second leader of the Salesians, John Bosco's order, and he lived to be like 73, and it started out, they had 64 houses caring for the poor, and when he was done, they had 314 or something like that. I mean, that's a lot of work. So, yeah, and I forget his name. Anyway, yeah. So, let's pray for the souls in purgatory. Let's continue to ask the saints to pray for us. Stop.